You see, people have become very desperate this season. In fact, things as things continue to get more difficult, people continue to devise more means on how to make money. And while some people are trying to make money legitimately, other people are, using the fraudulent means. They are going through fraudulent means and trying to extort other people. Now, here is a post from Twitter, and I think the person might have written it from a naive angle, but I think the person is indirectly trying to tell us how to be careful, and some of the new modes of scammers these days. It says that life so private, that is, my life is so private that nobody knows that I have been chatting with a white man and he decided to get me gifts like iPhone, iPad, and some dollars. When everything was ready, he sent me the videos and I was so happy. When the items got to Nigeria, I got a text message from International Airport Abuja saying that my package has arrived and I'll have to pay the sum of 80,000 naira for clearance and for the way bill fee down to Anambra State. I called my man immediately and he said that I should pay, that he has tried enough and that I will cover up the money for the dollars in the package. And then I made the payment immediately because he told me not to tell anyone about the money so that it won't get stolen or cost an extra charge. For days now, my man isn't replying me anymore, and the number that I got the text message from isn't going through anymore. And the package itself, I haven't seen it. So this is more like a cautionary write-up. It's more like a cautionary write-up. And I have friends who have experienced something like this, and because they have already been aware, they just they shoved it to the side. Just in case, maybe as a woman or as a man, you come in encounter with someone, maybe a foreign profile chatting you up, and then maybe you two get along, and then suddenly they tell you they're going to gift you certain properties from abroad, from overseas, and then they send it to you, or they supposedly send it to you and tell you that now you would have to, to get the package, you just have to pay a particular sum of money as clearance fee. Just in case it happens, just know that if anybody is going to gift you something, you wouldn't be needing clearance fee for it. They have a particular format. First, they come in guise of love affair, and then when they have you hooked, then they begin to tell you they are going to give you certain gifts. And since human mind is already prone to fall for things that appeal to their self-interest, then you find yourself falling for it, and then you are so happy and excited only for the package to arrive. And then now when someone promises something this huge, I mean, this is an iPhone, iPad, and even some amount of dollars, right? And so then they promise you this, and then they tell you that they've sent it and it will arrive, and all you just need is just maybe a peanut amount of money compared to what they've sent to you. 80,000 naira is a huge sum of money to an average Nigerian because things are not easy. But when you look 80,000 naira compared to an iPhone, an iPad, and some dollars, now the dollars is not specified, which means that the dollars could be $1,000, $2,000. That is how the human brain works. And so we begin to think and imagine and think that yes, it may be $1,000 or so. And then together with the iPhone and all of that, this person decided to package it together for me just so it can come in as a very good surprise out of the so-called love they have for me. So you have to be very careful. So this is the method they use. They tell you to pay certain amount for it and so and so. Once you pay the money, the number may not go through. In fact, for some, you may pay the money and then they will tell you that there's an additional money you're supposed to pay. They forgot to tell you you're supposed to pay this amount and to clear this other fee. And then once you just pay that one, they just call the person right now, and you have to trust them because this one now, that is just the money. They forgot to tell you just that little money, and you just need to just pay it. Once you pay it, your package will arrive and blah 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 blah. So all of that scam, all of that fraud. The so-called white people, you need to know that the so-called white man or white woman chatting with you is a Nigerian or whatever scammer from somewhere, but most times it's from Nigeria, considering the fact that the person is saying you have to pay 80,000 naira, not $80,000. So definitely it's a Nigerian, right? And this one mostly, I think, is more like referring to Nigerians. Most of the foreigners already know about these gimmicks. They know that there are certain Nigerian profiles or foreign other fraudulent profiles that do not base in United States or base maybe whichever country, Korea, wherever it is, but they can at least, just copy someone's profile picture and all of that, and then boom, put it there and try to see how they could, attract any naive or inexperienced foreigner that is well to do that they can extort. So this one right here is for Nigerians, just in case you're Nigerian and then you are, most Africans have this white complex, like call it. They tend to like the fact that, oh, I'm conversing with a foreigner. Once it's a foreigner, it's like, oh, it's a big deal. So now a foreigner inboxes you, and then the next moment you're so excited, carried away, and then they say you do not have to share any of this information with anybody. The very moment you hear someone says, no, do not share this information with anybody, that should scream suspicion. I mean, why should nobody know? In very many cases where some people are falling for certain fraudulent activities, even inside Nigeria here, they have often been told, after falling for it, they have been told that, we hear them say that, oh, the person actually gave an instruction and said, do not tell anybody. Do not let anybody know. Just do this and that. Do not tell anybody, until after they've done it and then they're falling victim. That is when you see they begin to tell somebody about it. So it is very important that we get ourselves very familiar and conversant with this. Although every single day as we expose things like this, they'll always develop newer formats of extorting and defrauding people. So it's up to you at least to learn from these ones and understand how the subsequent ones may go on. So I wish everybody out there best of luck. And right here from this writer, we have to say thank you. I just feel like this person just wrote it. This is not a naive person though. I think the person knows about it, but indirectly using this write-up to educate individuals on this. But then if the person actually fell for the scam, then hard luck, man, hard luck.